Stripe is one of the most trusted payment tools in the world, but a lot of businesses are quietly outgrowing it. Today, I want to show you exactly where Stripe draws the line and what Airwallex does differently on the other side of it. I'm Pallen. Welcome to my channel. I'm a brand strategist, and on this channel, I share practical tools and thinking for building and growing a business. Today, I'm partnering with Airwallex for a video that I've been wanting to make for a little while now. A real comparison between Stripe and Airwallex. Not a sales pitch for either one, just a clear breakdown of what each platform is actually built for and how to know which one fits where you are right now. Let's start with the basics. Stripe is a payment-first platform. It's where you go when you want to accept money online, build a checkout flow, or plug payment processing into your product. The APIs are well documented, the integrations are wide, and it has a strong reputation, especially for US-based businesses that are mostly transacting domestically. Airwallex is positioned a little differently. It's built for businesses that need more than a checkout. You can accept payments, yes, but you can also hold funds in multiple currencies, move money globally, issue cards, manage team spend, and handle bills all from one place. So the question isn't which one is better, it's really which one matches your business needs right now. So let's start where most businesses start, taking payments. Stripe is excellent here, and Airwallex can compete directly, but there's one difference in how they handle settlement that's worth understanding before you decide. Stripe supports over 100 payout methods, and it's available across most major markets. It's a strong default for online payment processing. Airwallex supports more than 160 local payment methods across global markets, including BNPL options like Klarna and Afterpay for international shoppers that Stripe only covers domestically. If you're selling internationally and want customers to see their preferred payment option at checkout, that extra coverage matters a lot. The bigger difference is how settlement works. So Stripe typically converts funds into your home currency. That FX conversion comes with a 1% fee on top of the standard processing rate. Airwallex offers like-for-like settlement in 20 plus countries. If a customer pays you in euros, for example, you can receive euros. There's no automatic conversion and no conversion fee. And setting up a global account, by the way, takes just a few clicks. You convert when the timing works for you at interbank rates, not when Stripe decides to do it. For a business with mostly domestic US customers, the difference is small, but for a business selling in Europe, Australia, or Asia and more, it adds up real quick. One of the newer things Airwallex has added is a one-click checkout product. Stripe has had Link for a while. Airwallex just launched their version, and the numbers that they're seeing are worth paying attention to. Stripe's one-click checkout is called Link. I'm sure you've seen it. It autofills payment and shipping details for returning customers, confirmed with a text like this example. Businesses using Link have reported an average conversion increase of around 14% for returning users, which is impressive. Now, Airwallex recently launched Airi, their one-click checkout product. Merchants using Airi are seeing checkout that is 3 times faster than standard card payments and a 14% increase in conversion. Wow. Same headline number as Stripe with meaningfully faster checkout flow. Let me explain. The bigger structural difference is that Airi lives inside the same platform as your multi-currency accounts, your FX, and your payouts. Stripe's Link is designed to work within the Stripe payments ecosystem. Airwallex's checkout connects directly to everything else that you're doing with your money. If you're building a checkout-first product for a domestic audience, Stripe and Link are definitely competitive. If you want checkout connected to global money movement, Airwallex is definitely the cleaner setup. If you want to learn more, I'll put the link to these 2 blog posts in the description below, which go into more detail. Now, let's talk about business accounts. This is where Stripe and Airwallex are most different and where the gap is biggest for anyone operating across multiple currencies or countries. Stripe Treasury is Stripe's financial account product. It's available in the US and the UK. Notice here, not available in your country. Spain, too bad. But if you're in the US or the UK, this can hold funds up to 3 currencies, send money to 50 or more currencies via SWIFT, and issue a single currency card. It's a solid product if you're US-based and mostly operating domestically. It covers the basics. Airwallex business accounts are built for business that need to operate across multiple countries, like my business. Available in 60 plus markets, you can instantly set up a bank account in 20 plus currencies and operate like a local business in more than 70 countries. Send money to more more than 200 countries with local rails in 120 of those for instant or same-day transfer. You also get access to corporate cards that spend directly from your multi-currency balance with no FX or international transaction fees, plus expense management, billing, accounting integrations, and native multi-entity management, all inside the same dashboard that allows you to seamlessly manage your business finances instead of having to manage multiple tools. For a US business that transacts domestically, Stripe Treasury does the job. For a business with international operations, multiple entities, or plans to expand globally, Airwallex business accounts cover ground that Stripe Treasury simply does not reach. Okay, so we've talked about payments and one-click checkout. Let's zoom out to billing. Stripe Billing is the monetization brain behind a lot of SaaS companies. It's powerful if you need every knob and dial for trials, metered plans, tax and revenue recognition. Airwallex Billing is newer, but it's built differently. Yes, your entire billing lifecycle, whether you choose invoicing, subscriptions, or usage-based billing, they all sit on top of the same global stack as your multi-currency accounts, FX and payouts. So you can bill in 130 plus currencies, let customers pay with 160 plus local methods, and settle like for like without forced conversion eating into your revenue, like we've talked about. On price, Stripe charges an additional fee on every type of billing transaction, with different rates depending on whether it's subscriptions, usage, or invoices on top of its standard payment fees. With Airwallex, pricing is it's simpler. You pay a flat 0.5% per successful subscription or usage-based billing transaction, and invoicing itself is free. So your costs are more transparent and predictable, and more of that revenue lands in your pocket. So if more and more of your revenue is cross-border, I don't know, Airwallex starts to look a lot more interesting. Let me show you how the overall pricing actually compares so you can make the call for your own setup. Stripe charges 2.9 plus 30 cents for domestic card transactions. Airwallex is slightly lower at 2.8 plus 30 cents per transaction. The difference is marginal at low volumes, but it starts to compound as you scale. For international cards, Stripe charges 4.4 plus 30 cents. Airwallex charges 4.3 plus 30 cents. The more meaningful difference here is FX. When Stripe needs to convert currency during settlement, it applies a 1% conversion fee. Airwallex charges 0.5% above interbank for major currencies and 1% for others. And remember, you can settle like for like in 20 plus currencies on Airwallex, which means no unnecessary FX fees for those currencies. On the account side, Airwallex's Explorer plan is free. The Grow plan is usually $12 per user per month, plus a platform fee. Stripe's standard tier has no monthly fee, but Stripe Treasury functionality layers in additional costs depending on usage. So let's come back to the original question, Stripe or Airwallex. Stripe is the right answer if you mainly need payment infrastructure, clean checkout, strong APIs, great developer tooling, and a strong domestic US story. If that's your business, Stripe is excellent. Airwallex is the right answer if you need more than payments and are looking for a unified payments and financial platform to manage your business, multi-currency accounts, lower FX costs, one-click checkout connected to your global money stack, cards, spend management, and the ability to operate across multiple countries without stitching together different tools to do it. The two platforms aren't direct competitors for most businesses. One is a payment tool, the other is a financial platform. What you need depends entirely on what your business looks like. I've linked to Airwallex below so you can check it out and see where it fits. If you're already on Stripe, that doesn't mean you have to leave. A lot of businesses can use both. And if you're scaling globally and your current setup is costing you more than it should, it is definitely worth a look. Let me know in the comments, are you on Stripe right now? And has international growth started to create some friction? I'll be replying down there. And if this was useful for you, hit like. It helps more people find this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm Pallen. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.